Okay, we are live. Something is severely wrong with my AirPods, and I'm choosing to ignore it to the best of my ability. Oh my gosh, they're making this like weird vibrating sound in my ear that is deeply bothering me. I just cleaned them, so this is an early stream, because I have a big day, but I wanted to hop on for a bit, get to business, and just record some wolfquest because I have a little over an hour. Ooh. I decided to start my stream before I do my little blue sky post and actually close out that tab. Oh my gosh, hey Apollo. Yes, it's finally once again Wolf Quest Wednesday. I don't remember the last time I actually managed to play Wolf Quest on a Wednesday, but we're so back. I am having a good week. Thank you, Apollo. I'm just having a busy week. I know I've posted about it in the Discord, but I am vending with my friend at a art market this Saturday. I'm just bringing some little candy things, nothing super intensive, but it's 6 hours long. I am an extrovert, but my extroversion does have limits, which I understand might sound antithetical, but like everyone has limits, and I do feel like I'm gonna reach a limit, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain because I'm really excited, not just for me, but for my friend. She deserves literally everything on this earth. So I am super excited to see her because it's her first art market. I mean, it's my first art market, but kind of under her umbrella of her business. So very excited. Hello. Thank you. It does sound really fun. I also have to like head out halfway through it for an hour because I'm helping a different friend with their yard sale. I double booked myself. And yard sale friend does not necessarily need my help, but I did promise them I would help a little bit before the art market thing got back to us. So, but thankfully they're 10 minutes away from each other, so I think I'll be spared. Okay, we're back in Wolfland. Next time I hop on, it will be the Pale Beyond. I just don't have a good. Oh my God, my AirPods will not stop making this sound in my ear. That is driving me nuts. I like finally cleaned them. I said, okay, they're getting a little nasty. I'm gonna clean them, and now they've decided to make a really, really weird noise. It's almost it sounds like vibrating. It's so weird. I know, hybrid. I actually my company got fired by a client who had a meeting slot right now, and she was awful. So I'm like really glad that we don't have to work with her anymore. Um, but that said, I can now stream a little earlier on Wednesdays if I have time, which makes me happy. Because I actually like streaming in the middle of the day more, which I know is a little antithetical to having a bigger audience. But by the time it gets to the evening most days, like I'm tired. I worked all day. I had my job. This is great because I mean I now I just have one meeting on Wednesdays. To be clear, my client was not horrible. She was this unfortunate intersection between being a boomer and a Karen that became grating. And so I wish her the best, but I'm really glad that she didn't value our work and decided to not continue working with us. And I do mean that. That's not just me being professional about it or whatever. I genuinely think she's a great person. Like I am at a point in my career where I don't like holding people's hands all the time. Obviously that always comes with the territory. Not everyone's going to understand everything that I understand, but there's people who you need to explain something to once and people that you need to explain something to 20 times because they're not active listeners. And she was definitely in the latter category. So, free. But yeah, I know I keep saying this. Once I move, I will have such a better schedule in mind because living in one room is killing me. Like, once I can schedule out my whole day the way that I want to, and I don't have to worry about other people being home or other people working in the house or people coming in and out of the house and having to do upkeep for multiple people and moving people's laundry around and all this stuff, it'll just be so easy. Because I'm like just running off the map. I did kind of want to get up to this northern corner, so I guess now's my shot. Just to have a corner can be easier. Oh yeah, hybrid. I am very ready for my living alone era. Are you coyotes? Okay. It's funny. I've refriended somebody that I used to date. And he and I actually used to live together while we were together. And I was talking to him about it because he has a wonderful, wonderful partner now who is one of my best friends. And like, I'm really glad to be on good terms with him. But I did ask him, hey, how does it feel to have known me this whole time and seen me go from, oh, I want to live with my partner and a whole bunch of roommates and I want to have this whole, little housing unit of other people and my friends and have this great big house filled with people all the time to being like, yeah, no, screw this. I'm going to live alone. And he said, yeah, I never understood why you wanted to live with me or roommates, but, I went along with it because I also needed a place to live. So, when the people I've literally lived with don't understand why I'm not living alone, maybe I need to try that. So ready. I'm gonna have like three pieces of furniture. I'm gonna make my home as inhospitable as possible for not volunteers. Why did I say volunteers? Visitors. Volunteers too. Don't come to my house to do things. Like if people come over, there's gonna be nowhere to sit. There's not gonna be a guest bed. Get out. Either we're hanging out around town or you're in my house for a couple hours. I used to always in college be the person who would host parties and have get-togethers. And you know what? Exactly, hybrid. Everybody would sit on the damn floor. Like we're adults. It's actually good for you to sit on the floor. No, Apollo, that is actually my dream, except no TV. I hate TVs. Like I don't like them. If it's up to me, there will be no TV in my house. I will have a projector to like watch movies, like to have movie nights with people. I do not actually want a standalone TV. I watch everything on my computer. I think I've gone on this tangent before, but whatever, I'll do it again. It's been a few weeks. I grew up in a house where, and this was not obviously the only facet of me being a neglected child, but I was a neglected child. I was not allowed access to a lot of things in the house because, my wants were not important. And this culminated in me basically never watching TV on a TV until my parents separated and I was living more at my mom's place and her and I would watch TV together, but still I've never really used a standalone TV by myself. Even in college, if I was watching TV, it was with my boyfriend at the time, with my roommate, with my friends. I've never, because I grew up watching everything on my computer or on my laptop when I was a kid. It's just when I think to myself, I want to watch TV, I open my laptop and I watch TV on there. I put on a streaming service or YouTube or something. I've never, I mean, I can't remember the last time that I literally sat down at the TV in my current home to watch something by myself on it. It doesn't feel right. And I've talked to other people who grew up in similar living situations and they have the same exact thing. If they weren't really allowed to have the experience of watching the TV in their house or whatever, they are so accustomed to using a laptop that it's just not comfortable. So it's actually even worse, Apollo. I will just have a folding chair and no TV, and that will be my joy in this life. Um, I'm very excited. Again, I'm probably going to get a projector put in or put one in myself. I don't know why I would need somebody to do that for me. I just need to drill it to the wall or whatever. Um, but yeah, no TV. And I've had so many friends call me out and say, "No, you can't not have a TV." And I'm like, "Why? So I can waste my time watching shows on a $2,000 screen? I'm good. I am so fine." I know this makes me sound incredibly mean. If like people who enjoy TV, good for you. I just can't do it. That's not my lived experience. So I will be just hanging out and, and I will be sitting on the floor watching 90 Day Fiance on my laptop. See, Hybrid, that's a smart use of a TV. That is a really smart use of a TV. I just have a second monitor. I did get my standing desk. A friend of mine gave me her old standing desk for free, which was lovely. So it's so bad. The only furniture I am planning to have so far is I have my bed, obviously, and my dresser that I'm bringing. Um, I have two little IKEA bookshelves to stack things on. I mean, not just random garbage. Like I'm gonna put my craft supplies, my fabric stuff that's too big to put into my craft desk. I will have my current desk be my craft desk. I'll have a standing desk that's gonna be for, well, it's a conversion. I mean, you can do it either way, but a sitting standing desk that's quite small for my day job and for streaming because it has enough space for me to set up like my second monitor and all my all my additional items. And I have a vanity. I got a vanity for free on Facebook Marketplace. I literally logged on and said this is the last time I'm looking for this because, you know, it can get tedious to look for things on Facebook Marketplace. And then there was a vanity for free. It was like the exact size, exact color I wanted. I mean, it's like some cheap thing from Amazon, but it's free. So, you know, and that's the only furniture I'm planning to have so far. I might inherit my mom's old couch. Like, she might give me her kind of used up couch. And yeah, there might be just a couch, but I don't really want to have a TV. I don't really want the temptation to just sit and rot because I have ADHD. I get sucked into binge watching stuff so easily. And people say, "Oh, but you're not experiencing the TV. You're not getting the 4K with the surround sound." I do not care. I don't care. I actually get so overstimulated watching TV on a TV. The screen is too big, it's too loud. I like my headphones and I like my little laptop screen. And I don't care if that means it's taking away, because when people say, "Oh, you're not enjoying it fully," what they mean is they would not enjoy it fully on my setup. I don't enjoy it fully on their setup. So, what's lost here? Sorry, I could rant about TV for so long. Like I forget that TV exists regularly. I will not watch any shows or movies for weeks or months at a time because I'll like put YouTube on in the background while I'm working or Music. I just it yeah, it's just not I'm not like that. Oh God, I sound like a pick me. Okay. I have food. Where is the food? Hello. Please don't let there be any bears. Oh, slay. Okay. And hybrid, that is completely valid. My version of that is just being like, okay, and I tell my friends, yeah, I want to, in my living room, I want to have two desks, my storage unit, like my little bookshelf storage system, and maybe a couch. And they're like, "Oh my God, how am I supposed to come over? I'm never going to visit if you have that setup." It's like, okay, have you considered I'm buying a very small place and I don't want a bunch of people visiting. Like I know I sound evil and again, I will have a couch, okay? I've been warned. I was originally not going to have a couch. Um but it's so people were like, "Oh, you need a place to read your books." Point. Fair. Good deal. I will be inheriting the old couch. And it's a sleeper couch. It doesn't have a pull out, but it's really deep, so you can, if someone wants to stay over, I've been told it's extremely comfy. I cannot sleep on that thing. But many of my friends have, and it's comfy. But yeah, I don't need a giant sectional, and I don't need an armchair, and I don't need a TV. It's my yard. Oh my God. Someday I'm gonna stream without ranting about how much I hate the presence of TVs in American homes. Hybrid, I could read on the desk or in bed, but I also have this weird thing where and I don't know if this is an ADHD thing or because I'm weak of spirit, but if I don't have specific areas to do specific things, my entire life falls apart. Part of the reason I feel insane right now is because I have one room to do everything in. I literally will have a desk for working and streaming, a desk for doing my crafts and art, and then I can't read at either of those places because one of them is for work and one of them is for creativity. Leisure needs a different spot. So that's what the couch is going to do. And then my bedroom is basically going to be sealed off every day. I mean, full closing and warding around the door because if I look, I have really bad insomnia, so severe, so treatment resistant. If I don't have good sleep hygiene and my bedroom also becomes a craft room or a work room or a leisure room, like if I'm sitting in my bed reading, my brain's going to go, this is no longer the sleeping spot, this is the reading spot. And then when I lay down in bed to go to sleep, my brain will say, no, you should be reading. Um, which I know just sounds ridiculous and made up. I swear, this is unfortunately how my brain is when it comes to sleeping. It will find any activity to do other than sleep. And again, my bedroom is just going to be, this is the room to, I am truly considering painting the walls in my future bedroom black. No light in, no light out. It will be my crypt that you know, I go in there, I recharge, I do nothing else. Because some people say, oh, I have my yoga mat out in my bedroom. No, then it's the yoga room in my brain. I can't do that. It took me until very recently in my life of living in one room basically my whole life to be able to to be able to go to sleep at a normal hour instead of staying up at my desk losing track of time because it's all in one room right now. I know I sound insane. I'm very high maintenance, honestly, when it comes to how I live. Which is another great benefit of living alone is you can be as neurotic and ridiculous as you want, and nobody can stop you. Nobody can take that from you. Oh my God, this coaster does not absorb any moisture. I needed to get a box of tissues for this room anyways. I'm gonna take y'all with me because I don't feel like switching a bunch of windows just to mute my mic. Oh, perfect. They're just out. Desk cleaning intermission. Here we go. Here we go. Exactly, hybrid. I can listen to all of my bad music. I love bad music. You to adjust my posture too. Damn. No one can stop the 2 a.m. cake baking session. Exactly. I have just stopped cooking because I do not want to do the math required to figure out when the stove or oven is free. Because the answer is it's always free when I don't feel like cooking, and then when I do feel like cooking, someone else is using it, which I know is like a logical fallacy. Um, and that I should really just figure out when other people are cooking. But the alternative is I just get my own stove. Oh no, me too, hybrid. We've all had the 2 a.m. baking breakdown. It happens. I always used to meal prep at like 10 p.m. when I lived with roommates because that was the only time I could get the kitchen to myself. In reality, I love waking up early. I mean, I've been waking up every day at 6 a.m. on my own volition. I actually prefer it. I was waking up at 7 or 8 every day, and I would just feel kind of sleep laggy. I would not be able to get out of bed fast enough. So I've been doing 6. Oh my God, that lightning was right there. Jeez. So I've been waking up at 6 every day, and then I meal prep sometimes around 7. You know, it's easy. No one else is up. I just get to do what I want. My goodness, it was actually like this here in Chicago yesterday. Or more like last night. A lot of the stuff during the day blew away from us, but last night it was like I was getting flashbang through my bedroom window. My poor friends in Wisconsin, they got absolutely smacked into. And Iowa too, apparently got it really bad yesterday. Like golf ball sized hail. My friend out there got a bunch of dents in her car. It's rough. The good news is my humidity in my room is 60% right now because of how the weather's been. And it's been warm, so I've been able to turn off my Scorpion's little heat lamp, and I also only have to mist her once a day right now because it's already quite steamy in here. Oh my gosh, that's the other thing I'm so excited for when I live alone is my ability to control the thermostat. I have become the type of person where I'm always cold, so I barely run the AC in the summer if I can help it, and I keep the heat. I mean, I don't run it super high in the winter, maybe like 70, 72 at most. Oh, that's nice, hybrid. You got visited. We're at Lofit Rendezvous site. Oh, we should be able to finish this one before I have to hop off. That's good. And I'm running away so that nobody gets eaten by wolves or other animals. What am I thinking? Oh God. There we go. I guess I should go south and actually. I mean, I don't really need to. Oh, there's a new. There's a new pack. Bison Peak. Hello? Who is Bison Peak? Wow. Okay. I have such an odd territory shape, but that's okay. I'm really glad we got up into a corner. Um, because I do think I want to shift off of those bottom hexes, honestly. They're just it's kind of a pain to get all the way down there. You can post it hybrid, at least in my Discord. We'll never judge for pixelation. I did finally get a new phone a couple weeks ago. Oh my God. The camera quality freaked me out. I have not I mean it's the nicest phone I've ever had. I managed to finagle some deals and promotions and whatever through my cell provider, so I ended up with a brand new iPhone 17. Oh my God. I thought my old iPhone 13 was taking good photos. I was wrong. Apparently it does get better. Oh, good, I have Cedar with me. It's always a good day when she comes with. Okay, so we're just gonna go straight down, maybe over to the side here. No, we'll go more east. Wonderful weather we're having here in the Wolf universe. Oh my God. This lightning is violent. You know, we can sprint. I don't know why I've not been sprinting a lot recently. What else have I been up to? Well, speaking of my hatred of TV, I did watch the first two episodes of the new season of The Boys. Spoiler-free review. Season four, I'm not going to say season four was losing me, okay, but season four was pretty miserable. It was pretty rough. It was a rough watch, and not, maybe not in the way that it was bad per se, just really upsetting. Very heavy, and very heavy-handed with the heaviness. I feel like season five is bringing back some of the joy, some of the lightheartedness and the breaking up of the tension that the series is very good at. I think season four did have to go where it went. I think the darkness was expected, but I'm liking season five so far. I've also relapsed on 90 Day Fiance, so I've been watching that while I get stuff done around the house because oh my gosh, I've been doing a lot of cooking, a lot of cleaning, all the spring cleaning type activities, going through my clothes for the 85th time, making my little bracelets for this art market. So, unfortunately, reality TV is wonderful as background noise. I'm on season 9 of 90 Day Fiancé right now, and whew, I don't know where they find these people. Obviously, I know that reality TV is not entirely based in reality, but I mean, considering that they're going through legal processes and whatever, like obviously they are real people who are really trying to get married, and that basis of the show is truthful, but my lord, it's really something to witness. There's um there's a couple on season 9 that I'm watching where I think their names are Ari and And Beanie is from Ethiopia, and they're just both like the most jealous, controlling, insecure people I have seen on the show in a hot minute. You know, they always kind of throw one hot mess couple in there to like break up the fun. And my goodness, they get intense. There's this YouTuber I like, 16 Leo. He does like little overviews of the different 90 Day Fiancé couples. That's part of why I started watching it again, is I watched one on just one of the legendary like original couples of the show, and sort of and he includes stuff from the spin-offs, you know, 90 Day Before the 90 Days, Happily Ever After, The Other Way, all the different 90 Day Fiancé shows. I just watch the main one. I don't really have time for a bunch of spin-offs, honestly. Um, you know, I like the premise of the main show enough to just stick to that, but it's fun. And it's also just fun to see external viewpoints of America from the people who are trying to immigrate here, you know, in a way, like beyond all the drama and the family stuff and whatever of 90 Day Fiancé. There is this really interesting sort of case study presented of how different cultures interact with each other, which I do think is sort of the heart of the show and what makes it interesting. Here I am psychoanalyzing reality TV, but you know, for me, it's not everyone yelling at each other that makes it interesting to me. It's like it's seeing again how people's different expectations culturally and socially can interact and clash with each other. I think it's especially very, I don't know, I think it's very, what's the word? Oh my gosh, applicable right now too. I think in like season 3 or 4, there was this couple where the, oh, it's a cougar, goodbye. Um, like the woman is engaged to a guy from Africa, and the guy from Africa, his idol is Donald Trump. And I just found that really interesting, you know, that there's sort of this cultural overreach from here to there, where he's also receiving the propped up image of Trump as being this really successful businessman, and also looking up to him and sort of deferring to him in the way that a lot of Americans do. I don't know, I just find it really fascinating. In college, you know, I went to a liberal arts school, so I had to take a lot of classes that were not related to my majors, which I loved. That's why I picked it. But I took a lot of classes on international conflicts and religions and the history of all these different things. You know, I took an African history course and the history of genocide. That one was not a very fun class for obvious reasons. But um, you know, at the heart of a lot of these conflicts that you see in the show, you know, history kind of supports that there might be a bit of a clash there just based on these very long-standing, I mean, we're talking thousands of years worth of cultural differences. I don't know. I'm probably the one person who watches 90 Day Fiancé for like the sociological perspective and not just the drama and the mud flinging, although that part is fun. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to be like, "Oh, I'm actually so sophisticated and I'm not watching it to see people be messy." I'm here for the messiness too, okay? Like, let's be so for real. No one watches reality TV just for the plot, all right? Okay. I think I'm gonna drop off those last 4 hexes at the bottom. I'm just gonna let those go. I am totally, completely fine with that because now I've reached kind of the northern corner of the map, which is where I wanted to be the whole time. I had just started out here because when I first moved to this map, I think this bottom corner was kind of the area that was free. So we're moving up in the world and in the map. We're gonna get some food, go back and see the kids. Oh, let me also get stuck on some trees. Oh, Cedar, you caught a bunny. Yeah, I definitely want to finish my Run of the Pale Beyond soon. I want to get some more stuff into the rotation. Hybrid, I did want to ask you your opinion on one shot. Um, oh, let me read this first. I find it fascinating how you always have the possibility to choose what you study. Here, even in university, after you choose what you want to graduate in, you don't really get much of a choice. There are certain classes you can choose, but mainly you have to follow an already predetermined path. So that's also kind of the case here. Um, Non-liberal arts colleges, I think you have to follow a pretty regimented path, and a lot of people prefer that. A lot of people don't want to study the liberal arts. I went specifically to a liberal arts university, which meant that I'd be getting a more quote unquote holistic education, one where I had to take classes about religion, about history, about the sciences, even though I was going into the social sciences with the degrees that I got. I still had to take a variety of classes. And the idea there is that they're giving you a more holistic education, like I said, where you're covering all these subjects. But when it came to my actual degree programs, there were certain classes that were required. Like I have a psychology degree, so I had to take Psychology 101. I had to take the capstone. I had to take a couple that were, parts of the theory and the history of psychology. I had to go through a lot of that. But when it came to my other courses, I got to pick from a short list. I had to take two or three classes at the 200 level, two or three classes at the 300 level. Here's the list of the 8 different classes you can take at each of those levels. But it was definitely more enclosed. It was actually my gen eds or my liberal arts classes that were the most enclosed. Those I really only had a couple options for each subject. Like with the religion classes, there were 3 or 4 options. With my history courses, there were 2 or 3 options. It was pretty gated. I also was in the honors college at my university, so that gated a lot of my gen eds to be a shorter list as well. Um, but yeah, hybrid for one shot, I was wondering, I get worried about it showing my information. Do you think that one shot would be a good pre-record kind of video, like just that I could post to YouTube and then do I know that you can stream pre-recorded content on Twitch. But do you think one shot is good for that, or is it more of an interactive game where I can be laid back in that way? And for what it's worth, hybrid, that was my university. Some have way more course offerings. I went to a mid-sized university, so I had probably more options than some people, but not as many as if I had gone to, like a state school where there's thousands and thousands of students and a gigantic campus. I went to a pretty mid-sized university. I think only between, my gosh, how many students are like undergraduate students are there? Maybe like 5,000 at most. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know what their admissions are like now, but bigger universities and colleges usually have a much longer list of classes you can take. Mine was a little bit more consolidated, but still, I mean, like I said, I always had at least a couple options to pick from to do my courses. And I didn't always get the choices I wanted, but I ended up really liking the ones that I got. It was a lot easier in my, because I have 2 degrees. It was a lot easier in my psychology degree because there were so many more psychology students at my university. For the other stuff that I studied, it was a little bit more restrictive because there just weren't enough people to fill a whole bunch of different classes, and they didn't want to have professors teaching a course of, 5 people. So, but my psychology classes probably had the most variance for me to pick from. We're going home, Cedar. We are almost done with this. with this quest on the wolf quest. Also, hybrid, how long is one shot? I remember you saying it was pretty short. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. Oh, they're all over 25 pounds. May I progress? There we go. Gotcha. Okay. I love a game with little twists like that. That is fine by me. All right, now begins the part of the game where I feel like I always lose pups. Yeah, keep them alive through September. Gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Yeah, it gets a lot harder to hunt, and everybody gets a lot more hungry. Hello. Taking a look at everybody. Okay. So, oh, I still have some carcasses on the map. Slay. I need to go north and strengthen those hexes. Like I said, the southern ones I will give up for Bison Peak because I just don't feel like it anymore. I'm tired. Everyone's good on their hunger. Oh, thank you, hybrid. Yeah, I think once I finish the Pale Beyond, I will get into that one. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm using Meld, which captures windows, or at least in my case, I have it set up to capture windows and not my full screen. So I do get text alerts sometimes on my computer. I just put it on Do Not Disturb when I'm streaming so that I can stay focused. But sometimes if I don't turn it off fast enough or I'm not thinking, I'll have something pop up on my screen, but Meld does not pick up my notifications, which is nice. And we're going north. Such cool views in this game. I don't feel like I appreciate them enough. I wonder if it'll show me the status of everyone in Amethyst Mountain. Hey, Violet's still alive. Let's go. That mean everyone else has passed on? Oh, yeah. Oh, they were all quite old. My goodness. Okay. Always wanted to like name the opposing wolves. I never have enough time to gauge their personalities from our little conflicts. Oh no, I'm excited, hybrid. I'm actually so bad at puzzle games, like really embarrassingly bad. So if I can do something to get a little bit better at them and practice, that would be wonderful. Like as a kid, I would try to play the Professor Layton games and stuff, and I had no patience at the time. Granted, I also had pretty untreated ADHD, which did not help. Because having to sit down and figure something out, no, no, give me my dopamine hit. Instant. Thank you. Oh, got you. Okay, hybrid. I don't necessarily need multiple monitors. I just have a second one to have my meld recording studio up so that I don't, it just shows me that the stream is running and that calms me. I don't necessarily need it, but and then I do my Twitch stream manager on a different device. I do it on my iPad, which is so nice and so easy. My gosh, wow, my friend is sending pictures of how she's um doing all of her displays for this art market, and they look really, really cool. I am so hyped. Okay, I should probably find food, maybe hunt something, and bring it back to the group. I'm gonna heart react her little setup though. This looks really nice. Oh, got you. Okay, hybrid. Go get it, mahogany. Or don't. Jeez. Okay, there's mule deer tracks, maybe? We lose the scent a little bit. Okay. Oh, no, there it is. Oh, yeah, these are old, old tracks. Okay. I can try to follow them. They are so pale. Oh, and I'm out of energy. That's rough. I don't know. How are the kids doing? Oh, they're not bad. I should probably sleep. Should probably just sleep right here. And everybody's absolutely hungry. Oh, okay, got you, hybrid. Thank you. These are good things to know. Where are you? Hello. There he is. Okay. Of course, everything's super fast because it's the summer. These mule deer are such a waste of time, but it's what's available. So, unfortunately, I must go for it. Ooh, and he's stuck. Let's go. He's stuck and he does damage. My lord. Mahogany, do you want to do anything? Would really love if you were doing things right now. Get him. Get him. Ooh, I love a good game soundtrack. Get back here. Get back here. My gosh, these deer are so fast. I'm just an old man. No, I cannot run out of energy right now. I still see him. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, hybrid. This is all good information. I don't mean to be like terse about it. Just really all I can say is thank you. I also need to catch this stupid deer. Not right now, I'm busy. Hey, Mahogany, considering that you are much younger than me, do you want to do something? Would you like to do something right now? I think it'd be really great if you did something, considering he's right there. And he's running into enemy territory, which I don't really want to happen. So I'm going to try to herd him this way. There we go. Yeah, Goose is taking his time. I mean, you do get a speed debuff. I mean, you get debuffs on all your stats when you're old, but my lord, bro is tired. Okay, there we go. We're back home, baby. And getting closer to whoever's invading, which is very efficient of me. I will catch this deer. At this point, it's personal. All right, Mahogany, now is your time to do something, please. I'm begging. Oh my lord. Yeah, they're hard coded to die at some point. So with Goose, if knocking on wood, he doesn't get killed in combat, there'll be a point in the game where I wake up as him and it basically says, "Hey, this is your last day. When you're ready to let go, go to sleep and, it'll be over." But and then all other wolves in the game, like NPC wolves, are coded to die by age 9, I believe. Come on. I'm busy. I have places I need to be. I think the deer is finally getting tired. And I'm out of stamina. Here you go, Mahogany. Do something. Do something. Thank you. No, exactly, Hybrid. Hey, so did you know that you only have 1 day left with this guy that you've been playing as for months? Just wanted to check. Just wanted to make sure you're ready to say goodbye forever. The game also makes it so you can like never play as the wolf again. There's like memory mode. You can go in and sort of play as like a memory of the character as a snapshot in their life, but you can never actually go back and relive the same wolf. You have to carry on. It's a little morbid, but I think it's actually a pretty interesting mechanic. Okay, they're taking the bottom corner. I don't really care right now. Like, I want to fight them off, but, I'd rather get food and know that I have food first. I'm tired. I've been chasing this deer around literally all day. I'm an old man. No, exactly. I've had like an elderly wolf get killed in combat, and I'm like, no, it wasn't your time yet. But they make it a I forget what the mode is called, but they make it so you can't if you die as an elder wolf, you can't like restart the day. Your save file gets marked as deceased. It's pretty hardcore. Actually might be what the mode is called, like hardcore mode. I might be mixing it up with Hades though. I'm gonna let you work on this for a second. I'm drinking my coffee. Okay, we're almost there, and then I can go fight off whoever is invading. My gosh, wait, how are the kids? Oh, somebody else fed them. Good. Oh, I have no stamina. Nope. Oh, for sure, hybrid. Enjoy your dinner. Oh my gosh, there we go. That's how it's done. Okay. You know what, maybe this stream is the one where I'm gonna start naming the what is up with my legs? Am I struggling to stand? We good, buddy? Okay. All right, let's go find these other wolves, and maybe I'll name them if they're the new wolves, and I'll start actually naming NPC wolves. I do have a whole naming document for my wolves on my phone. I also need to see when my sister gets home because I'm going to their house after this. Oh, cool. They are not even on their way home from their brunch situation. I love having find my location on with the people I care about. It makes life easier. Which means the stream actually might be able to go for longer than I originally planned. We're gonna run through the bison. We're not gonna piss off the bison. No, 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 no. Okay, there we go. It's close. Oh, they are about to take that hex. Okay, let's mosey on down there and sit up straight, my lord. My posture has been so bad while streaming the last few times. Almost there. What do you think, Mahogany? I think we can do this. Maybe I'll sprint part of the remaining way. And we're moving. She picks this thing up, she will not be able to fight. Can you figure that out, please? Thank you. Okay, good work. Never take a piece of prey to a wolf fight. Okay, where are they? This must be the new pack, right? It has to be. Check on the kids one last time. I think we're gonna be fine. Real quick, I can do this, go home, feed everybody, no big deal. Okay, hello. As much as I don't want this hex anymore, I don't want them to keep taking hexes, which is what would happen if I did not fight them off. So, unfortunately, I have to get involved for this part. Where are you guys? Are they up the mountain? Oh, come on. Come on. I even scale this is my question. Nope. We're gonna slide all the way down. Okay. We're gonna slide all the way down. There he goes. Goodbye, Goose. Yeah, I hear you guys. I understand you're taking my tile. Okay, we're gonna try this way now. I think this is the actual way I'm supposed to go up. Where are they? Hello? Oh, did they make a scent post? Is this their tile now? Where are y'all at? Please, I just want to go home and see my family. So who are you? Nope. Okay. This is the new one. Okay. We have to name her. Because now I'm gonna be naming these wolves, okay? Hello? Why are you running? Why are you running? She's kind of cute. Wait, she had a nice coat. Get back here. Okay. So, this is where I have to get really into my document here. I need to delete that. Okay. Hmm. I guess I could just give them little like warrior cat names for now. Maybe the Bison Peak will have. No, I did not want it all shifted. Oh my goodness. She gets Gray Stripe with an E because I'm feeling European today. All right, now she gets an actual name. All right, Gray Stripe. Count your days. She has stripes, right? Am I crazy? Oh, no, I think I see stripes. Hi. Get off my lawn. Oh yeah, she has some little face stripes. Ah, gosh. This is harrowing. This is a scary place to be fighting. Just slide right down the mountain. There we go. I'm finally naming enemy wolves. It took me this long. I don't know if I'll do different naming conventions for each pack or if I'll just make all the enemy wolves warrior cat type names. Graystripe was an actual character in Warrior Cats, right? He was a chiller. I remember him. Finally, lore building. It only took me 3 generations of wolves. Here we go. Oh, I did not want this hex back, actually. Sorry. That was a little too extra. All right, time to go home. Slide down this mountain real quick, see the kids. Actually, I'm gonna take a break for 2 seconds. I'll be back. I need to grab some more water. This time I will actually put my headphones away, so you will not hear anything for a minute, but I will be back. I had to run out for a minute. Let me make sure I can hear myself. Y'all might hear an echo. All right, now we're good. Okay. Ah, all right. No, I don't want the music on. Thank you. Actually have the music off. Thank you. Okay. I should honestly probably eat lunch right now, but since my sister is like 100% not ready for me to go over to their house, I am going to hold off for a minute. I did not realize that they were going to be like half an hour away from where we live. Not that it screws up my day. Means I get to stream for a little bit longer than I expected. Hello. You know what? I need to buy my tickets for the Amazing Digital Circus finale. That's what I need to do after this stream. Me and my friend are going to go see it. I am pumped. Oh, hybrid. I did hear that if you make a call into your local theater and request it, it does increase the chance of getting it. And that's what happened with Iron Lung with Markiplier's movie. There were only, I think, supposed to be a few theaters showing it, and so many people called into their local theater to get it shown, that it ended up working and making it a really big thing. So I know people are upset about Glitch not having any Europe-based locations, and I do think that's not cool of them when I assume there is probably a pretty large fan base there. But I think part of it is if people communicate with their local theaters to get it shown, they might pick it up or they might be more willing to pick it up. I think there's one or two near me where I'm at. I'm gonna voice to text this to my friend. Also, do we want to get digital circus tickets now? Question mark. Boom. I'm organizing. What am I even going towards? I'm going towards this prey. I'm losing my mind. I promise I will not spoil anything if I see it and the rest of the world does not have the same opportunity at the same time. I will wait until the YouTube premiere to share my findings. Oh, oh no. Oh, that makes sense, hybrid. Yeah, it's weird here I mean, it's in Illinois, it's different. Like we have some major cities in the southern half of the state that get things, and then the Chicagoland area is just so big that all the suburbs get stuff too. So like Iron Lung was being shown in a bunch of different places near me. Like a bunch of my friends were seeing it, and it's funny because none of us went to the same theaters in the end. I had a friend come in from out of town. We went to a certain one, but I had other friends going totally different places in the state. And I think Digital Circus, there's a few different options here. I don't think there's as many as there were for Iron Lung, but that makes sense because Markiplier is a much more of a household name. Oh, there's my sister. Okay, cool. All right, I can stream for like another half hour. Yippee! Okay, I'm gonna take some food, and we're gonna go home, then I'm gonna sleep, and then we get to do it all tomorrow. This is just the parenting simulator. This is it. That's interesting, hybrid. I would like just from what I know, which is very little about Italy, I would assume Venice is like a major city. But honestly, I feel the same way about Chicago. A lot of people think of it as this really gigantic and important city to the United States, and it is, to be clear. It is the big city of the Midwest. There's other big cities in the Midwest, but it's the defining one. But we don't really do much here that's like important globally, you know? Oh my gosh. Yeah, like we don't really have any industries here. I mean, we have stuff that we make in Chicago, and it's very much an art city rather than a manufacturing city at this point. Stuff is still manufactured here, obviously, but it's not what it once was. Oh, I'm just running the other way. I'm trying to text somebody back. Planning group events is hard. Nobody has the same phone chargers. When one person forgets to charge their phone, it's so over. Hi, everybody. Here is food. We had a couple people get a little low on hunger, but that is not a giant deal because I can drop a lot of food off and then leave because I really need to sleep. No, that's super fair hybrid. That's kind of what I hear about Venice from my friends and family who have been to Italy is that it's like super touristy in a way that's not that enjoyable unless you're somebody who enjoys the tourism experience. Um, which to be clear is different from the vacation experience. My friends who like to go on vacation to Italy do not enjoy tourist experiences inherently. Sometimes they kind of just want to chill in a different location. All right, and we're gonna sleep. Poor Goose, he never gets any rest. Taking my opportunity to stretch. Okay. And you know what, hybrid, that's valid. I had probably only gone into Chicago a few times before I actually lived there. And once I live there again, I really don't think I'll ever visit the suburbs except to see family for holidays and stuff, which I am pumped for. I do not like living out here. Why are we all so low on hunger? I'm gonna lose it. Oh, I 100% prefer the city. And I've always lived in places in the city that are not touristy. I lived on the far north side and then on the northwest side when I lived in Chicago, and that's kind of where I'm looking to end up again. That's just sort of where younger people and queer people tend to live in Chicago. And I like to be close to the transit and everything, but even when I lived in the city, like I didn't go to the zoo or the museums. No, I went to the museums because the museums are cool, but I didn't really go to the zoo or the aquarium or the planetarium because it's just like that's like tourist stuff that I did when I didn't live there. Now that I live there, it's like I kind of just want to live day to day, you know? So the places I'm looking at are not the downtown or the really, bustling places. They're a little bit more laid back and family oriented, which I am not looking to have a family, but those tend to be the more quiet and collaborative neighborhoods, I guess is how I'd say it. Like people are just a little friendlier and again, quieter because they're raising their kids, doing their thing. Like there's places like Lakeview downtown, which is where a lot of queer people live. And it's fun there. There's a lot of bars, there's a lot of clubs, and that's just really not my speed. Like I'd love to be able to travel there once every week or two to go to a club with my friends, but I don't want to be living down the street from the clubs, you know? Like I'm not going to say I'm too old for it because I don't think that's true. It's just I want a place where I can work quietly and not have a bunch of drunk people outside my building all the time. Because I've experienced that. I've lived in places where that was the case. And, it's fun when you're in college, but gets a little less fun when you're just trying to work and sleep at normal hours. And again, power to anybody who wants to live in a very upbeat, nightlife oriented neighborhood. That's just not the life that I lead. I go to bed by 10 p.m. I'm up at 6 a.m. to put on my peptides and my sunscreen, and I go about my day. But like I will go to the club, okay? I will be going to the club. It's just odd. Because now am, I guess I'm sober from drinking. I guess that's how I'd put it. I have stopped drinking and I have no desire to ever really do it again. So I guess that is sobriety in its most basic sense. So now that I'm not, going out to get drunk, I'm just going out to have fun. But, there's not really the same pull and, it can be weird to not kind of be in that state around a bunch of other drunk people. But I'm learning how to have fun. Like that's definitely a me problem and not a them problem. I'm not saying that people should not be out drinking and having a good time if it's fun for them and they're doing it in a safe way. But it took me a very long time to be okay with not being in that state while I'm out having my little party time. Because it's like I get a little socially anxious, I get a little embarrassed. I don't really want to dance. I'm scared people are going to perceive me, but I do have to say being a furry makes it a lot easier. I just always ask myself what would Jasper do? And Jasper's sort of me in my alternate universe where I have no hang-ups or social anxiety about that kind of thing. But I think I'll leave the dispersals unnamed just because, you know, they tend to roam around. Hey, buddy. Why are you all hungry again? I'm gonna lose it. All right, well let's take down some elks. That'll be nice. And you know what, hybrid? That's valid, and that's how you want to live. I will not ever say that somebody needs to change if they don't want to go out, if they do want to go out all the time. as long as it's safe and it makes you happy and comfortable, that is all that matters. I never thought I'd be somebody who wanted to live alone, but I actually think having that time will heal me because I mean, if I could spend every day hanging out with my friends, I would. The issue is I can't really invite people over because I live with family and it's a pretty tight place that I live in with family. So I don't want to be inviting people over and crowding out my family that are very kind and letting me live here for free. But I also would, if I had my own place, again, I know I'm saying I'm not going to have a bunch of furniture and whatever, but like I will have a couch, okay? There'll be things for people to do. It'll be so nice to have a place where I can be like, hey, come over and co-work with me. Come over and have dinner at my place. And I think I'll actually be more social if given a little bit of space to be doing that. So I'm very excited. Who am I going after? All of you are kind of seem to be doing okay. What's your health like? Get over here. Oh God, she's full health. Do I really want to deal with this? There's two of us. There are so many of them. All right, Chickadee, I think we can do it. I think we've got this. Yes, Chickadee. Get her. See, Chickadee's so functional. Oh, there's a little damage. I didn't like that. I think we're gonna do it. Get over here. No, exactly, hybrid. And again, I love my family. I'm glad that I'm able to stay here for free while I save up my money, but I live so differently from the people I live with right now, and I've always lived differently from the roommates that I've had. So, just because I have OCD, I am extremely neurotic, and I'm not being like, haha, OCD. I have it for real. I want my things organized a specific way. I start losing stuff if it's not organized the way that I organized it. And I just need some space to spread out because right now I do not have that, and it gets a little fatiguing to be living in the same room all the time. Oh my gosh, I feel like I rant about this every single time I stream, but I am just so, so excited to move, and I feel like it will be happening by the end of the summer, which is terrifying and exciting all at the same time. I hate to bug my realtor. I need to go look at more places. I did look at some places on Friday, and it was nice. We went to 6 different places. Unfortunately, none of them were the one, but that is okay because I ruled some stuff out, honed in my search a little bit, but ooh, it was tiring. Ow. The bruised jaw will make my life so much harder, but that's okay. My gosh, this thunderstorm is nuts in this game. Chickadee, you want to jump in on this? Because I don't think I can do it alone, bestie. Oh my gosh, I just glitched for a second. My run cycle is screwed up. That's funny. Hello, Chickadee? Anytime. Anytime you want to jump in, girl. Oh, there she is. Oh no, exactly, hybrid. This is already so far behind the original timetable that I set for myself, but I've accepted that I need to take my time and find a good place. Because I definitely was rushing myself early on and I was completely not ready to buy a place. I did not have enough money. I did not even know what I was doing. It was stressful. How is my family doing? Because we're getting close to an existing carcass, but I really want to take down an elk like so badly. Chickadee, whenever you want to appear from the mist, now is the time. No, that's not the view that I wanted. Come on. Where is my daughter? My son, sorry. Where is my son? Oh my God, Chickadee, where are you? Thank you, Hybrid. No, I want the cube. I just want the cube, like, so bad. And I say cube because there's places that are incredibly oddly shaped that are up for sale, and I just do not understand why you would build a building like that. There's just angled walls or like rounded walls in this strange way. It just makes no sense to me. Oh, I'm floating? You know what? It's actually recharging my stamina, which is odd, so I'm just gonna let that glitch happen, actually. All right, Chickadee, I'm gonna need you to contribute a little bit more because I will die. That's it. You want your dad to die? Oh, it was not good. But if we can take this thing down, I will not need to hunt for a minute. So that'll be refreshing. Get back here. How is Chickadee's health actually? He's fine. Okay. Both a little low, but this thing will do a little less damage as it gets lower in health, I believe. Yeah. I'm gonna be angry if I can't take this thing down. Because then I will have fractured my jaw for no reason. You know what, Chickadee? You bite it for a while. I'm taking a break. Oop, she's stuck on a tree. Let's go. And I can't do any damage because my jaw is freaking broken. Okay. Oh, my stamina regen is so slow. It's brutal. Hey, so Chickadee, now's kind of the time, man. It's literally just standing here, like whenever you want to jump in. Now is kind of the time to be doing something. But the reciprocal damage in this game is brutal. It really is. There is no damage you can deal without getting some in return. Because that is, I mean, it's stressful on the body to be biting and holding on to something. Chickadee, we are so close, and I will not die. But this is getting so tedious. Okay, ow. All right, Chickadee, anytime. Come on, man, you have plenty of health compared to me. Go ahead, Chickadee, whenever you're ready. My God, and my complete lack of stamina. Let's go. How am I doing? I'm at 20% health. We're so back, honestly. We're doing great. Again, if I can take this thing down, I will not have to hunt for a while, so I can recover. I know the family will be okay. Okay, ow. That was not kind. Get back here. Please, please. I just want this to be over. And I have no health, and I have no stamina, and I just want to feed my family, please. I love these really miserable hunts where it just takes so long to do something. Come on, chickadee, please. I don't have enough stamina for this. Oh, thank God, finally. Okay, it's time for me to eat really slowly because of my broken jaw. And then I'll get back, feed the fam, and then I think that'll be where I call the stream so I can go get my work done for my day job at my sister's house. It's all coming together. Chickadee, have you eaten? Yes. Okay. All right, time to go home. Poor Goose, he's so tired. His day has been ruined. It's still raining in Wolfland. Might be raining here, actually. It was like all morning. Oh, the bison. It's there. It's gonna be okay, Goose. Oh, there's more elk up here. We will walk around them. I've had enough of them today. We are so close. Are we actually so close? Yes. We're almost there. Hello, family. Okay. There's kind of cool coat colors in the pups this time around. A lot of variants. My pack synergy is super low, so let's do a little howl. Everybody is hungry. Everybody is tired. I have a broken jaw. This really is the parenting simulator. Okay, one more howl for the road. There we go. Okay. Oh, guess I should go a little south. Which way is south? There we go. All right, I'll have Goose sleep, and then I will actually fully be done. I just want to make sure Goose is rested. He needs it. How's everyone's health, actually? Okay. Sleep here. You can see a little pond in the distance. Oh, there we go. Good for her. All right. This will be where I call it. I got to get back to my day job. Thanks y'all for joining, and hopefully I'll be able to stream again soon. The next couple days I am crazy busy through the weekend, but definitely next week at the latest. All right, goodbye. And goodbye, hybrid. You have a good day too.